middle of doing my hair. I was trying to like find something to put on and I was like, it is what it is. Let's just go. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing, Star Fam? How are we doing? How are we do? I was just like, the hell with it. The hell with it. I'm just going to get on there. Oh, wait, this is the wrong thing. I'm just going to get on there and we're just going to go with it. We just going to go with it. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing tonight? I hope we're having a good time. How did you guys feel about this episode? It was giving filler. It was definitely giving filler, but you know, they gave us something. Oh, let me get my smoothie. Hold on. Guys, for dinner, I made a tropical smoothie. And I made my couscous kale soup. It's so good because I let it sit overnight and I just had like 1 cup of it. I'm about to have another cup of it and then I'm just gonna leave it alone because I feel like I'm eating too much, but it's so good. How are you guys? TJ said, I want to see the ladies that want Kevin. He kept on saying that at the end of this episode. He was just like, oh, the ladies want me. So why are you with Tiffany? Why are you like cruising the internet for incarcerated women? The math not mathing. The math not mathing. What's up, Ryan? Ryan said, hey, Star Family, I didn't watch tonight's episode yet. It was a filler. You didn't miss anything, truth be told. You really didn't miss anything. And it felt like, to be honest with you, it felt like, for me, I don't know if Tiffany is just chill or if she's just bad at acting, but she just wasn't giving me anything this episode. Like, very emotional, like no emotion, just very stoic. And I'm like, if the guy that you're living with is cheating on you and just told you that, wouldn't you have a different kind of reaction? Especially if you were somebody that ended up in prison. Are you this chill all the time? Maybe, but I just didn't feel it. Hey, Marion, love you too. Thank you for joining me tonight. All Day Finesse said, I don't know what it is, but Uggs have a hold on the Alabaster Girl community, just like Air Force Ones have on us. Listen, I will say, yes, it's mainly Alabaster Girls, but in Cali, everybody loving Ugg. Not me. And here is why. Back in the day when I used to go to church with crazy Alabaster evangelicals, they used to send like in our small groups, they used to send like these fur videos and these anti-abortion not having a kid videos. They used to send those a lot. And one of them, I think because at the time a really popular celebrity was going to my church and she wore Uggs one time when she was visiting, and somebody in my small group started sending out videos about how Uggs are made and that she shouldn't be representing the church. Those people were crazy, and they were young people. They were in their 20s, being preoccupied about what a celebrity had on their feet. Now, I get it, right? Because those videos affected me. I'm not an Uggs girl anyway, because they just look like Snuffleupagus feet. But still, I was just like, well, I'll never get a pair. Now, I did get a pair of Ugg slippers. But I don't know if they're made the same way as the boots. Is it faux fur? I don't know. The only Ugg boot that I probably would get, and it's only if somebody bought it for me, is the fleece Telfar Ugg boots. But yeah. In Cali, everybody loves them. I don't know if they're giving them away. I don't know if it's free press and promo. I don't know what it is, but everybody out in LA wears Uggs, and I don't know why, because it's hot as hell out there all year round. Hey, Graciela, you should be getting a package soon. I have the tracking and everything. I'll send it to you right away. Probably If I don't send it to you tomorrow, because tomorrow is jam-packed, I'll send it to you probably by Monday. Gracie Allen said, oh my God, Nikki, I love your hair. My daughter's hair naturally looks like Jasmine's wig. Oh, I hope that's a good thing. Jasmine's wig looked terrible on Jasmine because for some reason she just didn't have it on properly. I think if she put and this is Jasmine from 90 Day Fiance, I think if she put it on properly and properly blocked it, it would have blocked the wig. It would have looked a lot better. Can I tell you? So I came from the hair salon like hella late. That's why my hair is like starting to rise. I got a wash, blow dry, and a trim because you guys know that I'm getting my braids and I wanted to trim my hair before I got braids. Let me tell you something. Naturalistas. I can't really speak for the perm girls because I haven't been permed in a very long time. But if you're going to get braids, make sure you get a trim on your natural hair before you get braids. Just trust me. Just trust me. It's going to be hell taking them braids out without a trim. And you're going to do more damage on your hair than you would if you actually had a trim before. What's up, Laura? Laura said, oh my God. Do you know why we haven't sang that song anymore? Why we haven't been singing it for a while? My tambourine. My tambourine is still on a shipping cart in Cali. Guys, you have no idea what I'm going through with my items. My Philly, of course, my stuff from Philly got here right a lot quicker than my LA stuff, but hopefully my LA stuff will get here. I'm telling you, if I could do this all over again, I would have packed a truck and drove it from LA to Georgia myself. I will never do this again. Never. If you are moving during COVID, my God, today, please if you think you've done enough research, right? And if you're doing out of state move, if you think you've done enough research, do some more. Do some more. I'm highly regretting not researching these movers for like 6 months. I'm not going to say anything because they still have my stuff, but girl. That's why as soon as my stuff gets here, we'll be back with the tambourine, but we can still sing it. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Oh, gosh. Guys, today has been a day. Brittany says, Kevin seems like that man that became more attractive later on. Probably. Found a great job. Yep. And is now loving all the women drooling over him, especially since, it seems like his height gets to him because when Curtis, who was like bite-sized as well, was, calling him little man, that really set him off. So I agree with you, Brittany. I think that's what's going on with him too. Me too, Shannon, man. What's up, sis? Me too. I was just like, this episode feels really light, quick, and fun. Definitely a filler, but I think the lightness comes from Harry not being on this episode. Thanks, so Steph. Thank you. I'm about to part it in 4, braid it, and leave it alone until I get to my braider. Because I can't put like anything. I'm just going to put like a little bit of Blue Magic on my scalp, but I can't put anything else on my hair because she doesn't want my hair to be like too slick. But if I don't put it in 4s, it's going to be a nightmare. It's almost done. Almost done. Let me get what time is it? I'm going to get 2 more comments and then we're going to get into it. Miss T, what's up, said, what is the time frame that they gave you to delivery? Sound like it's about to be free. To be quite honest with you, this is pretty much within the time because of all of the drama going on with the ports in Cali. Because I moved stuff from Philly and LA, because Philly is not having the same issues with the ports, I was able to get my stuff like immediately. Like my Philly stuff got here right away. But because of all the port drama with Cali, it's just been a nightmare. It's also been a nightmare for furniture. Thankfully, my family and I were able to find, we finally got a couch. You guys know that I was going through it about, like dining room, living room furniture, like a kitchen set, the whole shebang, because everywhere we went, they said that we would not be getting anything. The earliest, and that is just a guesstimation, that we could have gotten any kind of furniture would be July. Then it changed to September. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? And they were just like, everything is stuck in Cali. Everything is stuck on them ports. And because we had so much stuff, we had to get our stuff shipped by way of train and by way, and because they're coming out of Cali, we're having that issue because now our stuff is backed up because they don't have enough people to move everything. And now it's like all hands on deck. And so our stuff is getting caught up with other orders. And it's like not really anything that we can do because we were pretty much told about it, but we just didn't think that it would be this much of a problem. Never again. Never again. Never again. Let me get one more from Exo Miss Sanchez and then we will get into it. Exo Miss Sanchez said, I'm glad Bobby didn't hold back on Chance. Me too. Me too. I was really concerned about her. I really, really am. And I don't want that to, I'll get into it. I'll get into it when we talk about Tayler, but I was really, really concerned about her sister. So since we're talking about it, let's get into it. Tayler and Chance. Tayler lives her life for everybody else, right? Let me get the people that I'm talking about. Tayler lives her life for everybody else. This is Tayler and this is Chance. Tayler needs to start living her life for her and her daughters. And I think because she spreads herself so thin, I don't think she leaves enough of herself for her children, which along with her own, mental health and just physical health all around, her children as well should be a priority. And I think because she just overloads herself with so many other people, she's worn down, right? And she just does not leave enough of herself for her children. You can see it, right? You can see it in how her children react, right? You can see it in how Tayler acts, how she winces away from confrontation, how like when Chance is going after her, her children have to step in and protect their mother while their mother is like, minimizing herself, going away into another room and hiding while Chance goes off. It's like, girl, this is not a healthy environment. And I don't think she's healthy enough to even realize that, right? Because in this episode, Tayler is crying because her sister left because Chance really got on her about watching the kids, right? Chance, who has been out of prison for all of 3 days, is now coming in their home and telling, Bobby what she needs to be doing, what she should and should not be doing. So Bobby left because she was fed up. She even said this episode, she was just like, I don't like how he talks to me, how Chance talks to me. I don't like how he demands that I do things and that I'm not doing enough in the home. I don't know this dude, but he's speaking down on me. And to top it off, I don't like how he speaks to you, Tayler. Like, I don't like the things that he says. I don't like how you guys are always arguing. It's not a healthy environment for me. And in this episode, we learned that Tayler's twin sister was on hard drugs and that she actually overdosed and passed away. She was brought back. And when she was brought back to life, Tayler brought her to her home so that she could get well and healthy in her home with, Tayler and her kids and everything. And I honestly get that. Like, what sister wouldn't do that, especially a twin? But it's like, why is your sister, like, if you're doing all this for your sister, right, Tayler, why did you not think of her health when you decided to move in a felon who you do not know, really just met through like FaceTime or whatever and just talking through letters or stuff like that? But why, if you're not even going to think about your kids, why would you bring him in a situation when your sister is also a felon, when your sister is struggling with a lot of things that, let's be honest, Chance is struggling with too? Why would you put her in that same situation if you had just previously lost her? Tayler is such a sweetie, and I hate saying these things about her because she's such a sweet person. She just makes the worst decisions. And I'm so concerned about like her mental health, her kids' mental health, her sister's mental health. Now that we hear all of these things about her sister, I'm like, this is just not a healthy environment because everybody is falling apart. All of the women in your life in this home are falling apart because of this nut job of a man that you have brought in. I will say this, right? Bobby leaving and Chance having to step up and help out in the house and watch the kids, all of a sudden he got real humble, right? All of a sudden he was real humble, and all of a sudden he's just like, oh, hey, Bobby, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'll watch what I say to you now, because he realized what she was doing, right? Remember when he came home, he saw the kids jumping around and saying that she wasn't doing anything and that she didn't need to be there? Well, she left and showed you what she wasn't doing. So now that Bobby is no longer there, now he's realizing that he has to pick up the stuff that she was doing, and now all of a sudden he wants her back. He doesn't like Bobby. He's going to continue to talk trash to Taylor. He's going to continue to treat Bobby like crap. He's going to continue to treat Taylor's kids like crap. But he does not want to be the one responsible for a lot of the things that Bobby was doing. Because when she was no longer there, he realized how huge of a contribution she made to this family. Now he has to step up, and he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to lay around, have sex with Taylor, get his little job, spend his money, and live his best life without any responsibilities. Now, having these responsibilities, all of a sudden, he found a way to speak to Bobby. All of a sudden, he realizes how good of a person she actually is, and that now he wants her back in the home. Remember the first episode, you were talking about how you wanted her out the home. She's out of the home for one day, and all of a sudden you breaking down, and all of a sudden you know how to talk to her. Now you need her. Now you know how to speak to Bobby, but you still treat a sister like crap. And she told you, she said, listen, Bobby said, listen, if you can't treat my sister well, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be in that environment. That's not healthy for me. And I think what she was saying, as somebody who is recovering, right? That's not a healthy environment. Y'all fighting, him tearing me down, him treating your kids like crap. That's not a healthy environment. And all Taylor did, and all Taylor said was, oh, well, I hope she comes back. You are too grown. I'm sorry, Taylor. You are too grown to be this dense. I feel like you are choosing to be dumb. I feel like you're choosing to be dumb all for the sake of having a man. And it's actually not far-fetched. A lot of women do it. A lot of people do it. But it's like, girl, you're risking your sister's health, your health, and your kids' health. Why are you risking so much for this stranger? It's very weird. It's very weird. I got to be honest with you guys. I enjoy everything else about this show. I hate Taylor and Chance's scenes. I hate them. They're just so depressing. There's nothing fun about it. It's just not enjoyable watching them. Lacey and Antoine. Let's move on from that depressing couple. What's up, Ryan? Let's move on to Lacey and Antoine. Oh, we got a lot to say about them. Lacey and Antoine. So we open up with Lacey and Antoine laid up in the bed, and Antoine says, "Oh, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of the bed because I want to finally take a real shower. I haven't had a real shower in so long, so let me get out of here and let me hop in the shower because I've been waiting to experience that." And the reason why I brought that up was because Antoine got out of prison, right? Is this the next day? Like, is this the next day of him getting out of prison? Because I feel like a lot has happened. A lot has happened. So is this the next day? Even if it is the next day, right? He got out of prison, got something to eat, went to Lacey's home, took a tour, hung out, obviously had sex with her, probably cuddled after, and then went to bed, like slept in her bed in her sheets. All of this happened before a shower. All of this happened before a shower. I'm not, saying too much about Antoine, but I'm saying a lot about Lacey. You just took prison peen raw. You know he got prison asbestos all over his body, and you had that in your sheets. Like, I'm not saying you got to be, oh no, baby, don't touch me. But I would probably encourage my man that just got out of prison to maybe take a shower, or maybe take, a nice little soaking bath with bleach. I don't know, but I'm just like, girl, he just hopped in your bed, hopped in your vagina, and then hopped in your bed, fresh out of prison. Where are the standards? Where are, at least for your vagina, like that? He was like, yeah, I'm ready to go take a shower. I'm like, oh, that didn't happen before? You know what? Judging from Lacey's home, I don't know why I'm shocked. I don't know why I'm shocked. I think it's really weird, guys, and we've seen Antoine's mom. I honestly get it, right? But we see the relationship that he has with his mom, right? So I honestly find it very weird that Lacey is trying so hard to keep Antoine away from his mother, right? And she's just saying, I don't want her to sabotage our relationship, so I'm going to keep Antoine away from her as much as I can. But I'm like, wait a minute. You don't want Antoine's mother to sabotage your relationship with Antoine, so you're going to keep him away from her, which means that you are then sabotaging Antoine's relationship with his mother. What? Like, how are you making sense? Lacey does not make sense to me. Lacey does not make sense to me, guys. And the more that I see of her, the more I'm like, you are the problem. You are the problem, because to say that you want to keep this man away from his mother, not because you think it's best for him, but because you think it's best for you. So you are serving yourself in this situation by keeping this man away from his mother, who he clearly loves, because you don't want her to sabotage your relationship. So you're going to sabotage your man's relationship with his mother, who clearly needs some help, who he clearly loves and has some form of, tight, loving relationship with. You want to sabotage that so that you can fully have him, so that you could be happy. In any way, as his partner, somebody who loves him, have you ever thought of him? Like, everything is about you, right? Not saying that Antoine is a bad guy, right? He's fresh out of prison. He obviously did some things to get him in there. But I'm kind of rooting for him, right? And I really did not think that I would, but I'm rooting for him to get away from Lacey. I don't think that she's good, guys. I don't think that she's good. Not saying that she's not a good person, but I don't think that she's good for him. I don't think that she's good for him. I did not like the way that she talked about him this episode. I've never liked the way that she talked about his mother. There is something up with her, and I do not like the way that she talks about her relationship. The reason her relationship, meaning her ex-husband, right? And the reason why I don't like that is because I think she's leaving out a lot, right? She says, oh, my ex-husband, he couldn't accept me being me. What is you, right? She said that her ex-husband was like this really straight and narrow guy. He was really strict. He was a good guy. He just, did not allow her to be her. What is you? Why are you so vague about that description? Like, what is the real issue? Like, what really broke you guys up? I'm thinking that Lacey might be a little felon herself. I'm thinking either a felon or something is going on with some kind of drugs or something. Something is not right with her. Something is not right with her, because in this episode, we see her say that she wants Antoine, like she literally admits, Antoine has been out of prison for a few days, so I'm going to take him to go get a car, so hopefully he can get a job so that he can start taking care of some responsibilities and, manning up, being a man, taking care of some things in the home, get him a job so he can get right back out there. You want this man who can barely be around people, right? This man who was in solitary, that's what it's called, right? Solitary confinement for 2 years in prison. You want him fresh out of prison to go not only get a car, get a job, and start taking care of responsibilities in the home within a few days, fresh out of prison after he's been in solitary confinement. The man that told you, I'm uncomfortable being around people. He's traumatized. But yet you want him to get a job to start contributing to your home. You want him to get a job to start taking care of you. So many of these women on this show do this. It baffles me so much. It's like the man is fresh out of prison. You know what? The women on 90 Day Fiancé do it too. These people, the 90 Day Fiancé people, the immigrant partners who come here to America literally cannot work, right? But somehow those women are expecting those men to take care of the home, and not only take care of the home and take care of them, but take care of them better than they were able to take care of themselves. And they're the freaking American citizens. They're the ones with actual social security numbers. So you want this man who don't know the culture, don't speak the language, don't have a social security number to take care of you like he a billionaire. What the hell is wrong? What's going on with the mind? And these love after lockup women do it too. The guys are fresh out of prison. You want him to all of a sudden, out of nowhere, be a district manager over like 42 Home Depots. You want him to be making $250K straight out of prison, and you want him to do it legally. How? He's a felon. What, like, they just don't make any sense. And then they get upset, right? So Lacey, this whole episode is like, oh, I want him to man up. He has to grow up. He has to stop being a kid. You are literally dating somebody who is 11 years younger than you. But you want him to take care of you like he's not mentally traumatized from prison, like he's not 11 years older than you, like he's not a felon who can't get a job. He can't even get a license right now. What the hell is going on in her mind? Like this whole episode, she was trying to make Antoine seem like a bad guy. And I'm like, I feel like it's you. I feel like you're the bad guy here, Lacey, because you have these unrealistic expectations for Antoine, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's been out of prison for a few days. You want him to take you on dates. You want him to wine and dine you. You want him to cut his mother off. You want him to be able to get a car on his own. You want him to get a job and start taking care of you and your home. You want him to be able to fix a flat tire. Like, you are requiring so much from this man, and the only thing he is requiring of you is for you to shut up and give him some space. I'm with the felon on this one. It's Lacey. It's all why is it always an alabaster woman named Lacey that is the villain on this show? I'm sensing a pattern. Like, why the hell are you taking him to golf? He does not know how to golf, and he does not know how to be around people yet. And I feel like Antoine is being very polite and really taking his time explaining to her why he's uncomfortable. He voices it, right? He voices it in a kind and respectful and understanding way, and she does not listen. She does not listen, and she talks down to him, which makes me think that just like a lot of the men on this show, that she goes after destitute men as well, right? Because she can have some sort of power. Because it seems like in her marriage with her husband, she was not able to control like she can control this situation, because the way she was talking to Antoine over absolutely nothing, right? Like when Antoine was like asking her, because she freaked out because she got a flat tire, right? And he's asking her like, what's going on? She's like, shut the F up. All he said was, what happened? Shut the F up? Why did you say that to him? Then when they're going up to, when they're walking up to the car place, see, you got to be a man. You got to man up. You got to grow up, kid. Why are you demeaning it? Like, what? She the problem. She is the problem. And shame on Antoine's mom for leading us down the path to think that he was going to be the problem in this relationship when it's been Lacey the whole time. Let's move on to Kevin and Tiffany. Kevin and Tiffany. I don't believe this relationship. Something is not adding up for me. I don't know what it is, but something is not adding up for me. Oh my God, my hair is getting bigger and bigger as this goes on. Something is not adding up for me. This episode concerning Kevin and Tiffany, the only person within this storyline that I felt bad for this episode was Curtis. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all that this show was going to milk the hell out of Curtis getting his lights knocked out. I told you that. I told you guys that they were going to continue to show that man fully concussed on loop. Now, every episode, every trailer, they are showing him getting knocked out by Kevin. Poor guy, because he went through all of that. And Tiffany still don't want him. Tiffany still don't want him. And I'm not shocked that he is to like turned into this kind of stalkery, weird kind of dude, right? Because I felt like he was always that, right? We only met Curtis in a confessional, but the way he was talking about Tiffany, like how he's been in love with her since they were like in high school, and she was this girl that he always wanted, and now he has a chance. Even when he was driving to go pick her up from the halfway house, he was a little too goofy, right? A little too goofy and giddy in love. When we talked to Tiffany, she's acting like he's a friend. And absolutely, she's leading him on, right? But I feel like she's told Kevin what it was. Maybe still leaving the door open, but I feel like she's been telling Kevin what it was and giving him the cold shoulder since they were 15. So he knows what's up. So I'm not shocked that he's become this guy that she had to block on Facebook because he's making all these posts about her. He's embarrassed, right? He's probably still concussed, right? And he's really upset that she went home with the guy that knocked him out. We saw him crying. And that, what is it? That Tonka truck, that Tonka toy truck, whatever that truck is. Oh, Ford F-150. You guys let me know. That Ford F-150. We saw him crying in that, and Tiffany not caring. This has always been their relationship. What I do have a problem with is the show kind of encouraging that, right? Because while Tiffany's in her confessional, she's talking about how Curtis is getting a little weird again. Notice she said again, because he's been like this since they were kids. And I won't say that what he's doing to Tiffany is fair or right or okay. I will say that Tiffany plays with that, right? She plays on the fact that he's attracted to her, and she plays with that. So he's been doing this for a very long time, and it hasn't really bothered her because she knows that no matter what, he will be there for her, right? He will do whatever she wants him to do. So she's uncomfortable, and she tells people that she doesn't like what he's doing, but she still entertains him. So she's partly responsible for how he acts towards her. Not saying she's responsible for his behavior that he chooses to do, but I do think that she leads him on, and she plays with the fact that this man is really in love with her. In an unhealthy way, right? My problem with the show is that while Tiffany is talking about how she had to block Curtis and how uncomfortable he makes her feel, they hand her a bouquet of flowers with a note from him. Why, after she said that, did you think that that was the time to give her a bouquet of flowers from Curtis, and it's a note guilt tripping her into possibly being with him, right? Why would you entertain that? Because if it goes somewhere, right? If it goes too far and somebody ends up not being here on this earth anymore, then who's responsible? The show won't be responsible, right? But they would have had some hand in playing, with Curtis and playing up this situation as well. I didn't like that. I was just like, even Tiffany was like, like, why would y'all do that? She's saying the man makes her uncomfortable, and that he always does this, and she doesn't like it. And then the producer says, "Here's a bouquet of roses. Here's a bouquet of flowers, and a note from Curtis." Okay, I just told you guys that the dude is stalking me. Why are you like? Is he here? Did he drop these off? Did you guys tell him that I was going to be here? I just said that he's stalking me, and you give me a bouquet of flowers from him. It was weird. It was really, really weird, and I was, disappointed in this show, right? Like, out of everything, that disappointed me. But I was like, why y'all playing with him? Y'all should take this real serious. Tiffany might not, but you as a show should take it real serious, because you will be partly responsible. Anyway, Tiffany meets her with her bestie this episode, and they go get tattoos. And this is how I know that Curtis has been a problem since they were kids, because her friend, Tiffany's friend, was just like, oh, I have never liked him. He's always been weird. He's always been creepy. He's always had a really weird relationship with Tiffany. And I don't know if Tiffany is still making him believe that they're friends or something else, but whatever it is, I don't like it because Curtis has always been weird, right? So the friend already knows what's up, right? And she already knows her friend Tiffany, but she's not okay with the situation, because what sane person would be? What sane person would be? So anyway, Tiffany is getting a tattoo, and her and her friend and the tattoo artist are talking about the situation that happened with Kevin and Curtis. And she's talking, Tiffany is saying how, Kevin knocked out Curtis or whatever. And then the tattoo artist chimes in. He says, so, like, who did you go home with? And Tiffany goes, well, I went home with the guy that knocked out the other guy. What is funny about that? What is funny about that? This show thought that man was dead. You never batted an eye. You never looked his way. You never asked him or the ambulance or production if he was okay. Basura. Anyway, I went with a guy who didn't get knocked out. What was funny about that? That man's body was stiff, skull cracked open to the white meat, eyes rolled in the back of his head. And you can sit here and laugh about that? Weird. Very, very weird. Weirdo behavior. Tiffany doesn't seem into Kevin, right? Since she's been home with him, like the way they interact, Kevin is obviously a very sexual person. And he was like kissing on her neck, choking her and kissing her and smacking her behind. And the whole time Tiffany's like, no, I'm not bad. Do you like him or not? Like, what is going on? I feel like she's attracted to Kevin's housing, right? I think that is what is attractive to her, that he has a home. She's homosexual. She is homosexual. Tiffany and Martell, is it Markel? Markel. Tiffany and Markel are homosexual because you are not attracted to him at all. But I think she's attracted to the fact that he has housing, because every time he touches her, she's, yeah. Do you like it? Like, I can't tell. I can't tell because she seems very uncomfortable around him. And I don't, like, even when she talks about how they were intimate, right? Yeah, we had sex. It was good. Was it? Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And that could just be her personality, right? That could absolutely be her personality, but it just still makes me uncomfortable when he touches her and she just, like, it doesn't seem like she likes it. What is going on, Tiffany? What is going on? So, Tiffany is absolutely a mess. Kevin is no better, right? Because while Tiffany, after he like smacks her behind and he's choking her and telling her that she like it and calling her a bad girl, weird. After he's doing all of that, she goes in the rooms, I guess to get something or maybe get the dogs so they're going for a walk or whatever. And he's like talking to the producers. He's like, all these girls keep on contacting me. Like, I can't help it. All these girls keep on contacting me. And I'm like, that's weird because you moved Tiffany into your home. Okay. So then they go for a walk and he's like, obviously looking at his phone. You think the woman you're with is not going to ask you what's going on with your phone because you keep on looking at it and your phone keeps on blowing up, right? A man who don't want to get caught would not look at his phone when he's with his main joint, right? A man who does not want to get caught would turn his sound down so his main joint can't hear his phone going off every time he gets a text. You giving me that you want to get caught, Kevin. You giving me that you like the attention. You're giving me that Tiffany is not the only toxic person in this relationship. They are equally as toxic. They are equally as toxic. Because then Tiffany asks what's going on with his phone. And he's just like, well, you don't want me to tell you the truth. Not even attempting to lie. Not even attempting to lie. Well, if I tell you, man, do you want to know? Well, yeah, when you put it like that, like what is going on, right? So he says, well, I've been talking to other women and, the only reason why I've been talking to other women is because when I came to pick you up from the halfway house, you didn't make eye contact with me and you were acting like you were leaving with Curtis. Wait a minute. So these other boys that you've been sleeping with, talking to, entertaining before and during Tiffany is her fault because she didn't make eye contact with you a few days ago when you went to go pick her up out of the halfway house? But weren't you dating these women before? Didn't you already establish a relationship with these women before Tiffany? You're not even making an effort to lie properly. I think he likes this. That's why I said his ex-girlfriend, I'm not going to put it all on her because I think he still entertains her when the woman, like the main Jones or whatever of his life, are not like accessible to him. He entertains that ex. I think he is the kind of guy who plays with women's minds, leads them on so that he could then have the excuse when he's exposed. Oh, these women are crazy about me. That's what he was doing all that at the end of this episode. All these women want me. All these women are crazy about me because you play all these mind games. It's not because you're attractive. It's not because you got a nice home. It's not because, you're probably packing. You know what I mean? It's not because of any of those things, right? It's not because you got a nice car and none of that stuff. It's because you act like you're into them. You wine and dine them like you did Tiffany or whatever. You give them all of this great sex. You treat them like a queen. Give them whatever they want. Tiffany is over there in the closet. Oh, I don't need anything because Kevin got me all of these clothes. Like, he's so generous. He's so sweet. He does that to them, right? And then he pulls this number so that he could feel like the man, so that he could be out with his boys, and a woman that he led on, then dropped, or openly cheated on her. When she reacts to what he did to her, all of a sudden, oh, she crazy. You see why they crazy over me, man? I'm just that dude. Like, I don't be doing nothing but treating them right, and now they all crazy over me. Why? Because you create this situation because you like the attention from all of these women going crazy over you. Because like one of you guys mentioned earlier, he probably never had that, right? So now he's the man. So now he's going to play and hurt all these girls that weren't paying attention to him, or the level of women that wasn't paying attention to him back in the day. Now I'm hot. Now they all on me. Now I'm going to treat them like garbage. Grow up. Grow up. You're a grown man in your 30s still playing these games. It's not cute. It's extremely unattractive. That's why Tiffany packed up her stuff and she was just like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Tiffany was just like, oh, no. You're not going to play me like I play other men, right? Tiffany was like, you're not going to treat me like I'm a Curtis. Absolutely not. Let me get out of here. Tiffany packed up her stuff and Kevin was just like, so what you going to do with the rest of this? She was like, I don't care. Give it to your other woman. Give it to her. I do not care. Tiffany said, absolutely not. I'm the Kevin in relationships. You will not treat me like a Curtis. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't show you guys who Tiffany and Kevin was. I thought I did. This is Tiffany and this is Kevin. Let's move on to Raydean and Rick. Raydean is over Rick. I think homegirl is tired of acting like she really likes that man. I also, we got to be real here. I also think that she's just gay. I think that she's just a lesbian. And, and I think she wants to be with Kay. She loves Kay. She wants to be with Kay. She's gay and in love with Kay. That's what I think is happening here. And I think she's sick of entertaining him. I think when she freshly got out of prison, she was still in the thick of scamming, right? She was still in the thick of it. So she knew what to do to keep him invested. Now that she's getting better and wanting better, I don't think she wants to put up the facade anymore that she's into him, or any man for that matter, if we're going to be real. Yeah, so I think that that's where she's at. I think she's just tired of playing that role, and she wants better for herself. She wants her life to, I think she's really on the up and up and wants to do better. And I think getting rid of Rick is going to help her. I think she thinks is going to help her in her recovery, because Rick is a trick, if we're being real. That's a trick. And that's something that she did while she was out there strung out. She tricked probably a lot of men, for drugs or money or whatever. And I think he was her last trick. And I think that now that she was, working on herself when she was in a halfway house, and obviously going to therapy, obviously going to meetings, I think she's shedding the things and the people that kept her in that addiction cycle. And you know what? I'm rooting for her, because I really felt like she just, wanted to be done with that life and wanted better. And I think that Rick was a part of that past life, because I do think that he was one of her final tricks, right? So when Raydean gets out, she's just tired of him. She doesn't want to see him. She doesn't want to hug him. She really just wants to be with her family. And so while they all go out to eat, she says, well, I'm just so happy that I'm going to be staying, with my dad to really help me with my recovery. And she said that purposefully, right? Because as soon as Rick said, she rolled her eyes. She was disgusted. But I think she brought that up in front of her family because she wanted support, because she didn't want to go back and stay with Rick. And Rick is like, well, I thought you were going to stay with me. And she was just like, we did talk about that, but this is what's best for me in my recovery. I will say this, although I think she's not into that man, I think she's shedding him to better herself. Good for her. I will say, Rick, if you cared about her, right? If you really cared about Raydean, if your partner is telling you, I have to stay somewhere else because that's a healthier environment for me, and I need to be there so that I can fully get healed and start working on living and being, living in a reality of being in recovery, like fully recovered. But, an addict is an addict, but living a life of recovery, this is the best place for me to do that. Why would you get mad about that and be like, well, I thought you were going to stay with me? Why did it even go back to you if she's telling you that this is the best thing for me to stay clean, right? She's also telling her family and Rick that she's cutting out certain stuff because she's like, if I can cut that out, then I know that I could fight those cravings. Like I just feel like Raydean was on the right path. But I also think, like I said before, Rick was just her last trick and she's trying to get rid of that. And she just wants to live happily in recovery with Kay. She wants to live a beautiful gay life in recovery with Kay. And I want that for her because I believe her. I believe that she wants to get better. I think, from what I've seen, it seems like she was making an effort. I don't know if the teeth are an indication that she's doing better, but there was less going on in the mouth. The mouth was in recovery too. I'm rooting for Kay. Sorry, Rick, you gotta go. Sorry, Rick, you gotta go. Let's go to Kayla and Martell. Let's go to Kayla and Martell. Let me get their pictures. That was the couple I did not get. I was like, I don't have everybody. Who am I missing? Kayla and Martell. Well, if you guys don't know who Kayla and Martell are, they're the Black couple. I'll have them next week. Can we talk about Kayla's home? When Martell called Kayla's home dirty, that struck a nerve, guys, because Kayla's home today looked like she went and robbed the Home Goods. It looked like she went and robbed a Home Goods and with full shabby chic all over that home. When I saw those mason jars wrapped in that barn yarn with those, faux flowers just placed all over the home, like her home was like fully decorated, immaculate, stuff that we ain't never seen in all the time that they've been filming. You know what I mean? Kayla was really hurt by that. And she was like, he is not going to have me on TV being the nasty woman of that show. I think that really affected her. I don't know if that was something she was called when she was younger, or if she grew up in, an impoverished, filthy home. That could be triggering as well. So I don't know if that was the case, but whatever it was, when Martell called her home nasty, that did something to her. That really did something to her, because I was like, oh, where are we at? This is a Four Seasons. This can't be Kayla's little apartment. What is happening here? She said, absolutely not. He won't get another chance to embarrass me. Anyway, Kayla and Martell are back in a good place, right? Martell is about to be released from the halfway house, and Kayla's like, oh, well, he's doing better. We made up. He's really making an effort. And I'm like, Kayla, you're so young. You're so young. He's not making an effort. He's paroled to your home. So he can't have no beef with you. He's paroled to your home. That is what's happening here. That's why he's talking all sweet to you, because he has to have a place to go to. And the state has your address on where he should be. His parole officer is going to come to your home. So that's why he's talking sweet to you, because he don't want to be beefing with you. And he knows that he's paroled there, but she's so young. She's so young. But I will say this, a lot of people are trying to help her out, right? Martell himself, he does not care. Markel, I keep on saying Martell because I love him, Mary Huntsville, but Markel doesn't care about you. You can see it in how he treats you. His own cousin is trying to let you know that he not for you like you think he is. But Kayla don't want to hear it. She's just stigmatized. Poor thing. I'm telling you, prison pain is powerful. Prison pain is powerful. I have seen what it has done to the women on this show. My God, today they lose all sense for an incarcerated man who can't get a job. Like this is what you want. And not saying that people listen, not saying people who went to prison and are felons and came out or whatever are not good people. I'm just saying from what I've seen on this show, the women, I knew the bar was in hell. I didn't know how deep some women went to get that bar. 3rd-degree burns be damned. They will lose a whole arm digging for that bar just to get a man. Sad. Let's go on to Chazz and Branwin. I can't find their mugshot thing because I can't take the picture fast enough when it comes on my screen. So I just have separate pictures of them. Anyway, this is Branwin. Work. And this is Chazz. They came on the scene like an episode or so ago. Let's get to Branwin, right? Branwin, mama. Branwin is 40 years old. Branwin is a 40-year-old alabaster woman, right? Stick with me. Who has been incarcerated off and on for 11 years, right? Who has battled with a meth addiction for longer. Look at that woman. Branwin. Win. Brand. If you don't start that YouTube skincare makeup channel, you're losing a bag, girl. You're losing a bag. This is not normal, right? Let's talk real, right? Come on, Alabaster subscribers. Let's talk real. This ain't normal. She should not be looking like this. She should not. This is like, wow. You are losing out on a bag if you do not start a YouTube channel about skincare and makeup, not lashes, because you got to get some work on them lashes. But my God, today, it's giving Alabaster 28. Is it not? It's giving Alabaster 28. Girl, start the channel. Get your bag so you don't have to act like you're attracted to Chazz, because you don't want him. And you know what, truth be told, Chazz may not want you. Anyway, I'm kidding, Chazz. Don't kill me. Anyway, so as soon as she gets out of prison, Chazz was not playing around. He was like, we getting married. Like, they literally got married as soon as she got out of prison. He took her to a public restroom to change. She changed real quick, and then they got married. No paperwork or nothing. Branwin, you better work. You just hopped into the military benefits. Work. Fresh out of prison, hopped into some military benefits. Go ahead, girl. So they got married fresh out of prison. And then I know that, listen, everybody has their own way of kissing, right? I'm not judging that. Yes, I am. Sorry. It's Good Friday. I apologize. But the way they kiss, it's nothing short of horrifying. It's so scary. It's like, at least on Chazz's part, it's like he kisses her like he's trying to figure out how to kiss. Like, it's giving 13, right? It's giving like, I don't know what to do with my tongue. And he went to kiss her after they got married. He like just stuck the tongue out. I'm like, no, you gotta. The tongue don't come. The tongue, you don't start off with the tongue, Chazz. And she was like caught off guard. Oh, poor Branwin. But he was like right away. I'm like, oh, you gotta put the lips on first and then slide that. Do you not know how to kiss? You've been married what, 5 times now? You don't know how to kiss? Chazz, what's going on? Because I'm I'm seeing something, Chazz. What's happening? What's happening, man? Anyway, so Branwin is paroled at her best friend's baby daddy's home. Okay, that's different. She says the only reason why she's paroled to his home is because she can't, she has a home, but she can't be paroled anywhere out of state, which is just weird because I feel like we've seen that before on this show. But anyway, that's what she says. So Chazz takes her home because she is actually still incarcerated, right? But they just let her out to be in prison outdoors. The U.S. government, my God, today. The 99% need to fight back because this is ridiculous. How you free but still in prison? Like, get out of here. So she had to meet with her parole officer, and the parole officer was just like, you got to be home by 6 p.m. Nothing good happens after 6 p.m. Probably right. So she had to get to her best friend's baby daddy's home before it got to 6 p.m. because that is where she has to report to every night. 5:49, she better be walking in that door, right? So they get there, and I don't know if I blinked and missed it, but did she get attacked by a dog? Because like her and Chazz laid on her bed and she went to hug him, and it was like she was covered in dog fur or some kind of animal fur, or was that her extensions? Whatever it was all over her. It was all over her. And I'm like, what? Did we miss something? Anyway, Chazz is trying to get a little hanky-panky in before her best friend's baby daddy comes home to his home that she's sharing with him. Okay. And Chazz is trying to get freaky with her. And she's like, oh no, I'm not comfortable yet. And in her confessional, she's just like, I thought that I would be more comfortable with him, but something is happening. Like, I'm just not feeling it or whatever. And while she's saying this, we have the scene of her where Chazz is trying to like stick his tongue down her throat, and she's like obviously disgusted, and Chazz is not reading the room. So then her best friend's baby daddy comes to his home, and she jumps up, tells her husband to get out of her bed because her best friend's baby daddy has a no coochie rule. Like, she can't have no visitors in her vagina while she's under his roof. I kind of understand that, right? But how do you have that conversation? Like, how do you tell this woman that she like can't have sex? I don't know. It's weird. This is just very weird to me. It's very, very weird to me. And I'm like, does your best friend hate her baby daddy? Like, is she just like so over him that she don't even care if anything happens? Because they did not show us what this man looked like for a reason. They did not show us what he looked like for a reason. So I don't know if they're trying to, hold him for next season, because we hear his voice, but we don't see him. So I don't know if they're trying to hold him for next episode, not season, to show us that he's, a Caucasian Jason Momoa. I don't know if they're trying to do that, but something is up. Something is up because Chazz keeps on mentioning like other men in Branwin's life and being nervous about that. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm feeling like the best friend's baby daddy might be a problem. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. I don't know. Sup, people. He did say that he was constantly like getting in trouble, like making wine. It just seems like he was breaking the rules a lot. But I'm like, even if you broke the rules, listen, I don't know anything about prison, but I'm just assuming, would they put you in solitary confinement for 2 years for like making wine all the time? Making prison wine? Like, isn't it already a punishment drinking wine that you made in a toilet? Like, isn't that punishment enough? Why are you putting him in solitary confinement? But that's like what Antoine said. Antoine said that he kept on getting in trouble for that. So I don't know if he's telling the truth. When I tell y'all I made the hell out of this smoothie, Anytime JT is in this chat, messy, you would think that Bobby and Chance were bonds over prison. Messy. Hey, Black Lavender, how you doing, baby? Oh, sup, people, talking about excuse me, talking about Tayler, she's avoidance, she's avoidance style, emotionally immature. I absolutely agree. It's very childlike. It's very, no, even with her voice. I don't think that's her real voice. You know who she reminds me of? What is her name? Ella from 90 Day Fiance. Like hiding behind this like childhood, like this childish identity to make herself seem harmless. Oof. A lot of women do that. A lot of women do that. And I'm just like, women, if you have to make yourself into some kind of like little girl version of yourself to be attractive to men, you don't find that suspicious, right? You don't find that you have to turn my waist. I can't get it. I'm a toddler. You don't think that that's a little weird that you got to do that to attract men, right? You don't think that's a little weird that a man that you want is attracted to that? Like he knows that you're a grown woman at your big age. He know you don't talk like this. The only woman that actually talks like that is Miss Chalet, because she got a little thing with her voice box. Remember? Do y'all remember that interview? Dating myself. 80s babies. Do y'all remember when we all found out what Miss Chalet really sounds like? We thought that she was doing a voice, right? We thought that Mickey Mouse was, featuring on her songs. Remember that interview? I think it was Oprah? Was it Oprah or Sally Jesse Raphael? She was on, it was Ricky Lake. I think it was Ricky Lake. Remember when she did that interview and we were just like, oh, she really talked like that. We thought that she was playing. And she let everybody know that she had something, her voice box was flipped. That is the only person in the world, aside from a toddler, a little girl who really talks like that. So if you're a grown woman making your voice, oh my God, I'm just a baby. I'm so innocent. I don't know what I did. And a man is getting aroused. Run. All I got to say is get out of that situation because, baby, the FBI is definitely looking at his laptop. Hey, Brittany. Brittany was waiting for Kevin to hit Tiffany with, you can't handle the truth line. They are such a toxic couple. But unfortunately for them, they just might work because for some reason, toxic couples and crack, right? Crack and toxic couples stay together longer than the most well-balanced relationships. Like a toxic couple will make it to the end. And their only competition is a crack couple. That's their only competition. So unfortunately, they might still be together. This might actually work. I don't know, Tia Bia. This is why I started to make my lives at 10:40, just because I just don't know how long these episodes are going to go now. And because last week I went over because I was not sure about the time. So this week I was just like, I'm just going to make this one for 10:40. Color me surprised when it's 10:32 and I'm still watching this show. I'm like, what the hell is going on with Love at the Lockup? Are we don't care anymore about the time? Or is WeTV just giving them, more airspace because they don't have a lot of shows going on? Who knows? I saw this comment. Black lavender all over him. And Lacey was licking and sucking up. Ciao. And when he says, I can finally have a real shower, that ain't make you feel no way? After you've been all on him, he been all on you, and you ain't feel no sort of way? About him letting you know the penis was filthy? Thank you, Morgan. It's a hot, humid mess at this point. I should have took pictures when I first got it blown out because it was, now it's shrinking, disjointed. Well, wait, there's a piece, wait, right here. This is what it looked like. This is the only piece left that didn't humidify. And guys, Remember, I told you I'm working on like length retention. She had to actually cut off an inch. It was a lot longer than this. It's growing. Hopefully, with these braids, I can get like 2 inches. Who knows? Who knows? Now, Miss Gigi, you know good and well that was not his second one. Marianne, listen, the mom is absolutely problematic, but for Lacey to act like she isn't, to be honest, they're pretty much the same characters in Antoine's life. If anything, he probably needs to cut the both of them off. The fact that Lacey acts like she is not just as problematic as Antoine's mama, girl, delusional. When she said that, I was shocked too. Bria, I was like, oh, 20 years? I think maybe her man was a bit too cookie cutter for her. She probably met him in church. She probably met him when she was really young, probably in church or probably a young little high school couple. And because I'm like, you're 38 and you've been married 20 years. Yikes! Yikes! Maybe she was in a cult. I don't know. I'm like, to be 38 and said that you've been and to say that you've been married 20 years. Whew. Yikes. So you gave all your 20s to a man. Ay. Absolutely. Nicole, they absolutely are in a power struggle and they're the same dynamic. Same dynamic. Hey, Dia. Dia said Lacey didn't care about his anxiety on that golf date when I could feel it through the screen. Guys, he was like, did you see his hands the whole time? And he was trying to like loosen up and like make her feel comfortable. I'm like, this is the one that he's the one that's traumatized and he's trying to make her feel comfortable and she don't even care. I will say, he does voice what's going on with him. So she can't act shocked if he snap out anytime soon. Because I'm like, he is telling you what's going on. You just don't care. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with this couple. But I'm feeling like Lacey is the problem. Hey, Connor. Connor said, I have a feeling that that's not the only footage of Kurt. Oh, my God. Guys, if you don't know, Connor is one of my really good friends. Like we met back in our UCB days. Connor is a hilarious writer and performer. Thank you so much, Connor, for just supporting me all the time. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for joining us tonight. Tia Bia said, Curtis said on live, the producers told him to have his hands behind his back and I don't know if I believe that, Tia, because can we just be real? Curtis put his hand, not only did he put his hands behind his back, and he did this after Kevin said, I'm gonna knock you out, right? And he put his hands behind his back, leaned forward, and gave Kevin his chin because I don't think that he thought that Kevin would do it. Now, if the producers told him to do that, he has a lawsuit. He has a lawsuit. I hope he can prove it. I hope he can prove it. The only reason why I don't believe that is that I cannot believe a producer on that show is that dumb. If he can prove it, they're in trouble. Oh, wow. So Ricky Tolentino. Oh, that's a nice name. What's up? Say, yeah, I heard that live too, where Kurt said that. Yikes. Morgan, doesn't it seem like she's just holding some kind of lie? Like every confessional, Tiffany just looks like she's holding a lie. Like she wants to say something. You know, Tiffany she has the energy of that girl in high school who like just lost her virginity, right? You know what I mean? And she wants to tell everybody, but is acting like she doesn't want to tell everybody, right? But you can see her acting a certain way. You know what I mean? Where if like we're in sex ed class or something and the teacher makes a comment about how to put on a condom or whatever, she goes, not like that. Don't ask me how I know. That's how Tiffany acts. It's like, just tell us, Tiffany. What do you want to tell us? What do you want to tell us? Because you're just, yeah, well, I mean, not all penises look like that. Don't ask me how I know. That's what she gives. That's what she gives. It's like, just tell us the secret. Just tell us what you're hiding, because you're so obviously acting as if you want us to know what it is. That's what she gives. Like, how can he not comment on that conversation? How can he not, D? How can he not? Very uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable because it didn't seem like Tiffany was enjoying it. She was, Kevin. I don't know. There's something about her. There's something about her. Okay. So Dia said, I think she felt uncomfortable with the cameras there at a minimum. Really? Okay. Marianne says, okay, JT, he does not have the Napoleon complex. That's why he punched Curtis straight up, because he didn't want Curtis to have a hit because he knew he couldn't win. Oh, you think that Curtis would have whooped Kevin? Now, in reality, when you look at it, it looked like he probably could have whooped him. But now that we know what Kevin can do, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Absolutely. And her dad is the one that don't want her to be fully gay. Her dad does not want her to be gay, right? He keeps on trying to force bisexual on Raydean, and he's like, I prefer Kay. Even when Kay called, he was like, that's my other girl. Listen, I get why Rick is upset. I get why he is upset, because obviously everybody loves Kay more than Rick. So I totally understand where he's coming from, but it's still like, dude, you got to read the room. You got to read the room. JT said, talking about Raydean, I feel like she thought that she could handle the peen, but one go around with Rick and she tapped out quick. She also said that he got emotional. And I was like, was Rick crying over Kay mid-pump? She was like, yeah, I did want to have sex with him, but the last time, oh my God. What the hell is that? I can't live here. I cannot live here. I cannot live here. What the hell is that? What the hell? How did they get in here? I can't. I killed the beetle today. I don't know how they're getting in here. I try not to open the doors as much as I can. Like when I'm leaving my front door, I'm like, oh, we're not doing this. Why does every bug fly in Atlanta? Why does every bug have wings? I can't do it. Guys, listen. Y'all have to help me. Because now it's life or death. This is my mental health. Seriously. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We have to get me to 1 million by next week. I have to buy a condo. The country living is not for me. I'm not that girl. I'm glad I tried it out, but it's not for me. I have to get a condo in the city. I'm a city girl. Where the hell did that thing come from? Where did it come from? Can't do it. What were we talking about? Did I get it? I think I got it. And I don't want to kill bugs. That's not my personality. Lord, I need help. I need help, God. I can't live like this. I can't live like this. What were we talking about? Penis. We were talking about, it's always penis. It's always penis. Oh, God. Tracy, thank you, NikkiNicoleStar TV General. Now I'm like checking my smoothie. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video on your way in. It helps the channel grow. Please. We're looking to get to 2 million by the end of the year. No, we need to get there by tomorrow. We got to share it. We got to share these videos. We got to like the comments. Nikki has to get a condo. Nikki has to get a condo ASAP. Nikki has to get a condo. Oh, thank you, Angie, for the super chat. Where's my clicker? Where the hell did I put my clicker? I'm afraid to go looking for it because I don't know what's going to fly and beat me up. Thank you, Angie. Angie said, hi, Nikki Pooh. I thought they were starting a cleaning business. Not that she was buying cleaning supplies. I go to the dollar store for that. $3. I wanted to see the transaction go through. That's what I wanted to see. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that Kayla don't have it. I'm saying Kayla don't give me that she's going to buy $300 in cleaning supplies to prove a point, to be petty to Martell or Markel, whatever his name is. I don't get that from her. I don't get that from her. And I noticed that scene cut out real quick before Mama got a receipt. Get out of here. Get out of here. He went tongue first, and grabbed her head and pushed her into him. I'm like, what? Where did you learn how to kiss? And how did you get so many wives? Ain't none of them told you that is not the way to do it? What's going on? Something is going on. Oh, she set up nice. Fresh out of prison. She set up nice. Set up nice. JT said, we know Chazz had sex at least 4 times in his life, 1 for each wedding night. So he should know how to kiss. Something. Hey, Laura. Laura said parole and probation are a lot of restrictions. I thought she was marrying him so she could move in with him, but I guess she still can't cross state lines. Yeah. I still was like really shocked that she married him fresh out of prison. I'm like, what the hell is going on, Branwin? You seem like the only sensible one. Guys, since we're here, can we talk about this real quick? There is something going on in the Love After Lockup confessionals. I don't know if they're, now I'm like so nervous something is going to fly. Where are they coming from? I don't know if they are serving them, liquor and meth in these confessionals, but everybody seems lit or high in their confessionals. Everybody, even the people who don't do drugs. The only one who does not seem like they're on something is Chazz. But Chazz seems like the kind of person who you just can't like drunk, high or whatever. Chazz seems like he'll be the same person, right? I don't see Chazz's personality being altered by drugs, narcotics, or alcohol. I think he's that way regardless. But outside of Chazz, everybody seems lit in their confessionals. Even Branwin. The lashes were just, but everybody's like that. I'm like, what are y'all doing to them in these confessionals? I need the behind the scenes of their confessionals. What are you guys serving? What does crafty look like at these confessionals on Love After Lockup? Something is up. Since I've been watching this show, every confessional, high, drunk, something. I don't want to assume what, but whatever it is, it's a downer. Something going on with them confessionals. Something is going on. Oh, I got another. Thank you, Angie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Angie said, I love the part where they showed the intro and you see Lacey, payroll, and Antoine, grand larceny made for each other. Kevin is what, a 4-foot playboy? I think he does. I don't know who mentioned it, maybe JT. I think he got a little Napoleon thing going on. Because why would he do that to Tiffany? Why would he do that to his ex? I can't take it. Why did that thing, like, where was it? This is the thing. Where were you at the whole time? I've been home for hours in the kitchen, cooking. I have not seen this thing. Where were you at? And why did you decide to come here now? I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, it wasn't. It's such a beautiful home, guys, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm trying, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. No, please send it to me. Can you, where can you post it? If you could post it in the comments, please. If not, just send it to me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram for all who are asking. Here is your girl's Instagram. You can send it here. Thank you, Morgan. I think you already do follow me though, Morgan. But if you can send it there, fine. If not, just post it in the comments. Thank you so much. Oh my God, these damn bugs. I can't. It wasn't a brooch. But it did look like an oversized ant. It looked like an oversized ant. It had an ant body with wings. What the hell is that? What the hell? I'm telling you guys, I've seen insects I have not seen in my entire life. Insects, I gotta be real with you, that I didn't think were in the United States of America. Where the hell am I living? Where the hell am I living? It's crazy. That's crazy. How do y'all do it? How are you guys saying? How do you guys do this? You all told me, you were like, oh, Nikki, when you get to the South, there's the bugs. Like, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna swat a fly. I'm in the Amazon. I'm in the Amazon. This is insane. And what is the problem? Y'all have a beetle problem here. There is a huge beetle problem. And not only is it a problem, they do not care where they hover, right? I've seen beetles hover around homes, around cars. Why are you in a parking lot of Marshalls? What is there for you at Marshalls that you as a beetle would want? Why are you there? Weird. It's a beetle problem here. What is a salt gun? Please send that to me. Mary, I don't know if I can do it. A flying cockroach. Marion, please. I wouldn't recover. I wouldn't recover. I know some people, I don't know who was with me when I was on that live, and I just lost it. And I was like, I'm not going to live in fear anymore. And me and that bug went to town. I don't know if you were on that live, but my courage has built up. But I'm just, it's the constant harassment. It's too much, right? They need to give me a break. They need to give me a break. It's constant. It's constant. What is a salt gun? See, I told you guys, where I live in LA, we just have coyotes. Not me saying just. And I've come to, I'm still afraid, but I've come to, be kind of comfortable with the sight of a coyote. I don't freak out anymore. But I'm going to be real with you. Would I take a coyote? Oh, let me not speak that. And all of a sudden I got wolves in my freaking backyard. It's too much. I'm telling you, in theory, living in places like this is absolutely beautiful. I'm not even going to lie. It's beautiful. It's just not for me. It's just not for me at all. It's like so obvious that these people are high. And I'm like, is it a requirement? Are y'all doing something to them? Like, there's no way that y'all don't notice that these people are high. I remember who was it? It was Tracy. Damn it. It was Tracy, and she was in a confessional, and she was just, what do they call it? It wasn't tweaking. You know, when they drew, she was doing that in one of their confessionals, and I'm like, y'all still film that? Love her at the lockup. Y'all got to do better. Hey, Christy. Christy said, I can relate. I moved from California to a somewhat rural area of Texas and was freaked out by the insects and snakes. Oh, God, I hope we don't have to deal with snakes. Eek. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, guys, then I need your help, NTR. We got to share this. Can we share this with like the CEO of YouTube? I gotta move. I can't do it. I can't do it. Mock Review said, I could tell you've never lived in the South, especially Florida, Nikki. In Florida, we're used to that. LOL in the country and the city, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm a city girl, y'all. I'm a city girl. Angie, my cousin lives in Puerto Rico, and he's been telling me to come visit him for so long because, I'm a traveler, right? I'm a tropical traveler girl. I can do it, but I just can't do it I can't live in those situations. And what everybody tells me about Puerto Rico and them bugs, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like, I'm down here for years and nobody comes to visit me. And I'm like, I like your pictures on Facebook. I can't do that. And now look at me. What's up, Joseph? Joseph said, we have flying beetles, dragonflies, mosquitoes, crickets, and a whole jungle. That's what I got back here. And I just don't know if I could do it. Mock Review said, frogs used to jump on my windows every night when I lived near a canal. The other day, I was walking on the sidewalk and saw a black and red insect I've never seen in my life here, and I'm 32. I've never seen these kind of bugs. They're huge, too. That's another thing. There's no small bugs in Georgia. Everything is oversized. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. Hey, Paige. Paige said, don't come to New Orleans then. Oh, we have flying roaches out the wazoo. Spiders everywhere, and ants are crazy too. Plus the poisonous caterpillars that fall from trees. Is this in the tourist areas? Because I'm not too far from New Orleans. I ain't never been this close to New Orleans before. So I gotta get there, at least for the food. Oh, Paige. Yeah. Wow. The thing about it is, right, guys, you Southerners y'all don't act like y'all live in the Amazon, right? Y'all don't act like y'all all live in a jungle. I didn't know that until I moved here. You guys are like jungle people. You're living in the Amazon. This is not normal. I sound like such a city slicker. Anyway, let me get out of here, guys. Tracy, thank you so much. Tracy said, Star Family, less than 100 away from 14K. We got to get to 14 million. Like ASAP. Guys, we have to do it. I can't live like this. My mental health. Do this for my mental health. Please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 11 million by the end of the week. It's early. We can do it. Thank you so much, Tracy. And thank you all for spray the snake away. I will say the last beetle that I killed, I did it with bleach spray. And then I feel bad, right? I feel bad when I do. It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for my mental health. I love you guys. I know it's late for my East Coast people. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you next week at the same time. Unless the episode is 2 hours, we will see. But thank you again for joining me. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video because we have to get Nikki a condo. This is what we're doing here now, guys. This is the goal. I know we have a lot of fun hanging out. I get it. But now we got a purpose. And that purpose is to get me a condo. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. When will I see you guys? Not in a live. I'm probably going to do maybe 1 or 2 videos over the weekend. We will see how that goes because it's Easter weekend, right? it's Good Friday. So a lot of holy stuff is going to be going on this weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to anything probably until Monday, but I'm going to at least try to put one video up for you guys over the weekend. If not, I'll see you guys Monday for the new season of 90 Day Fiancé. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the new season of 90 Day Fiancé. So I'll be there. And we're also starting the ultimatum on Monday. So I'll see you guys for that one too. Love you, fam. I got to go oil my scalp and do something with this hair so I can get my braids again. My Black girl vacation braids are coming back. See y'all soon. Bye. Mwah.